Every single person on Earth knows what a wedding looks like: a dress, a ring, a ceremony, someone saying I do. But here is a question nobody ever thinks to ask. Who invented all of that? Because for 99% of human history none of it existed. No rings, no ceremonies, no vows, no priest telling two people they were officially together. And yet for hundreds of thousands of years ancient humans still found partners, still raised children together. So how did they actually do it? The answer is hidden inside ancient bones, carved into cave walls, and buried deep inside your own biology. And what scientists found completely changes everything you think you know about love. 300,000 years ago your ancestors were not thinking about romance. They were thinking about survival. Every single day was a battle. Food was scarce. Predators were everywhere. A single person alone on the African savanna had almost no chance of making it through the week. But two people together is a completely different story. One person hunts. One person gathers. One person watches for danger while the other sleeps. This is where it all started. Not with love, not with romance, not with flowers or poetry, with pure survival mathematics. Anthropologists call this pair bonding, and humans are one of the very few species on Earth that does it. Most animals mate and separate. Humans stay together. And the reason is written directly into our biology. A human baby is the most helpless creature ever born on this planet. A baby giraffe can walk within hours of birth. A baby dolphin can swim immediately. But a human baby cannot do anything at all for years. For your ancient ancestors, raising a baby alone was nearly impossible. The mother needed food brought to her. She needed protection while she was vulnerable. She needed someone who was not going anywhere. And that someone became the first partner. Not chosen at a ceremony. Not sealed with a ring. Just two people who looked at each other and silently decided, you and me, together. But how did ancient humans actually signal they were choosing someone? No ring to give. No ceremony to hold. No words that meant I choose you. So what did they do? Grooming. In nearly every ancient human society ever studied, the most intimate act between two people was sitting beside someone and carefully picking through their hair, removing parasites, cleaning small wounds, spending quiet time focused entirely on one other person. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer tribes today report the same behavior. A man and woman who begin grooming each other exclusively are understood by the entire tribe to be together. No announcement needed, no ceremony required. The act itself was the declaration, and your own body still carries the proof of this. When someone you love touches you, your brain releases a hormone called oxytocin. Scientists call it the bonding hormone. It creates feelings of trust, safety, and deep attachment. Your brain produces it automatically, without waiting for a ceremony or a ring or a signed document. Your body has been sealing partnerships through chemistry for 300,000 years. But ancient humans did develop one ritual that will sound surprisingly familiar. When two people came together, both families gathered and ate together, sometimes for days. Food was life. Sharing food was trust. Eating together meant we are one group now. Your wedding reception is 300,000 years old. In 2004, anthropologist Helen Fisher at Rutgers University published a landmark study on love and the human brain. She placed people who described themselves as deeply in love inside brain scanners and showed them photographs of their partners. What lit up was not the emotional center of the brain. It was the reward center, the same part of the brain that activates for food when you are starving. Your brain does not process love as an emotion. It processes love as a need, as fundamental and urgent as hunger. Which means for your ancient ancestors, finding a partner was not a romantic ideal. It was as necessary as finding food. It was as vital as finding shelter. 300,000 years ago, two people sat beside a fire on the African savanna. No vows, no flowers, no guests watching from decorated chairs. Just two people who looked at each other across the darkness and felt something their brains immediately recognized as the most important thing they had ever found. And they stayed. That feeling you get when you find someone and everything suddenly makes sense. That is not modern. That is not something civilization invented. That is the oldest thing inside you, and it has been pulling humans toward each other since the very first night anyone ever sat beside a fire and realized they did not want to face the darkness alone.